All right, it's taken like 3-4 cracks at this, but I think I'm finally almost done the mini playfield top side and then onto the bottom side. I guess one of the things I did was just a few little touch-ups, nothing fancy, but can you see them? I bet you can. Probably not though. There's only one kind of obvious spot, and that is right here. Now, if this would focus, you can see that there's basically 3 different colors, 2 blues and a black. And the further away you get, the better it looks. But yeah, there's another spot there. Yeah, so touch-ups are done. There wasn't anything too extensive I had to do. I did go around the inserts, and actually I noticed that I kind of missed one insert. See around the special here. So you just take your paint marker and try not to be a sloppy Joe like I am right now while trying to record at the same time. But this is water-based, so if you get it a little on the insert, you can rub it off. Unlike the oil-based, if you spill those oil-based ones, oh man, it's trouble. So I try to stick to these water-based. Anyway, that's about all you have to do. And I'm not going to clear coat this. It's going to be fine. It'll be a couple thousand games before you even start to notice anything. But I did that to all the inserts, the little kind of tiny wear spots, which there aren't many. A little bit of the planking lines I got in there. So that's all I did for playfield touch-ups. They can go back into the bin. And of course, it's all back together again. All these steel rails I had to polish up using Scotch-Brite, and they didn't come out flawless, but they certainly came out a million times better. I pretty much polished every single metal piece, like this, you know, the one-way gate, these rails, all the metal rails. Got them as best as I could, and just so that when I put the plastics on, you will never see them. Yes, all the work behind the scenes that never actually even gets noticed, but it's the way it's got to be done. Even like all these rail guides here, these little metal clips, they actually come off. I polished each and every one of those as well there. And then Dremel all the screw heads. I just, even though it will never be seen, I just can't put back anything rusty. It's just not in my nature to do so. And it shouldn't be in anybody's nature, really. So I finally got all these mechanics going, and this is a little bit behind the scenes of how the lower playfield works on Black Hole, because it does all kinds of fun stuff, but you don't really know what it's doing when you're playing the game. So it's got this massive like rails here, so I guess the ball doesn't fly over. I don't know how that's going to happen, but so when you do drain, ball comes down here. Whoops, get my wire caught. And then it gets presses down this switch, and it gets stuck on this solenoid here. And then when the solenoid is called into action, it goes like so. It releases the ball into this little zone here. All right, now that has to be like perfect, or else the switch underneath isn't going to register, and I've made sure of it. I'm not going to be able to see very well probably, but there's the switch, and let's kick this ball away from the switch. There we go. Is it going to focus? Right here, camera. Hello, how about this? Is that gonna work? But I'll clean that switch once I get to the underside. So once that switch is closed, then the ball has to journey all the way up here. And once, why are you just so unfocused? And just do your job. It's a simple operation. Camera, behave. So this playfield is going to be tipped like so once it's in the machine, which means the tube is going to be tipped higher, which means this solenoid has even more work to do, and this ball has such a long distance to travel. That's probably why this coil was changed. Maybe they increased the strength. I'm not sure yet. But then you have to try to manually, this is the new game I've been playing, get the ball all the way out to the other side. Oh, that was close. Come on, there it is. Boom. I win. Oh, that was my glass. Let's not play that game anymore. Okay. And what else? So another fun thing about Gottlieb is when you're trying to figure out what rubbers go where, the manual is semi-informative. I shall show you. So I wanted to know, like, for sure, what are these? Is there a triangle rubber here? Why is this open? Why is it like that? That doesn't seem right. There might be a triangle. So you have to go, you know, look at reference photos or whatever. But where's my manual? Right here. So what you do is you find right there that it requires an F there and an F there. So easy breezy. You go over to here, and F is, what is F? Oh, it's an A15705. Well, that's not all that helpful. So you have to go 15705. You have to go to the internet and type in the part number. A15705 pinball. What is happening? How did it, what the, oh, here it is. Oh, I probably hit tab or something. Anyway, let's try this. So A15705, you can't even see that, there it is. Just click on that, go to Marco, that works. And then it tells you the size of the rubber. So if it's not intuitive, you can find out that way. Just an extra step. What else do we got here? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is almost complete, and we will do the final completion stage together. I'm going to cover up all my good work now, because this is the last step. Plastics. All right, now let's just figure out where these guys go. Yeah, that looks like that. Ooh, I should almost polish them up. They're a little dull. I think I will novice those. Oh, I gotta novice the playfield too. I haven't done that yet. Oh, and the drop targets, I don't know if you can see, but one is not correct. I'll clean these all up. Once I flip the playfield, I will see if I've got a spare used one, or maybe change all three with new ones, because one is not right and I don't like it. Okay, so this guy goes like so. Let's not break it. Okay, and then this guy right here, like so. Okay, so I'm going to polish up these plastics, and this is what? Is this where the ball drops into the play field? Yes, it is. There's that spirally thing. The ball drops down there, so the ball must have been, I don't know, like hitting the edge or something, because there's a crack there. Can you see that? How's the view? Okay. But I looked at plastic sets and I don't see any lower plastic sets, and this is so minor. I could actually, you know what, I'm gonna take a bit of Mylar and maybe a little crazy glue in the crack, Mylar, firm that up, only for it to break again after 1,000 plays, maybe. But I think I'll do that, polish up these plastics, and then I will be done with the top side. And the last thing will be my rubber post caps. I could go with those metal ones, but I like these ones so much better. It's a nice clean look. And they're not those metal ones you have to fight with. I don't like fighting with those. So the only thing is, I don't like not being able to test anything. I don't know if all the switches work, the solenoids work, the lights work. I'm only gonna have to just plug it into a working machine, go through all that, pull it back out if there's issues, and address them then. But this is the way you build a black hole from a box. The extra steps you have to take.